Hi everyone, I'm Hummingbird, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how I am going to set up my new sublimation printer, the Epson F570 sublimation printer. I've never sublimated before. I'm really excited to use it, and I've never set one up before. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I set it up and how it goes. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. The first thing I did was remove any blue tape and plastic sheet on the outside of the printer. Okay, so here when you take it off, you'll open the front cover like this, turn this little piece, and then you can take it out. I've seen in videos where they say to keep it just in case, so I'm not throwing it. I'm also gonna keep it. Here I opened the cut sheet cover and took off the tape that's there, and then I opened and folded back the roll paper cover and took off more tape there and some pieces of styrofoam. We're gonna start with black. We're gonna shake it a little bit. That was a lot. Sorry. To take it out carefully. It has a top that you okay. So this is gonna match this. We're gonna open the first one. Can you see that it says black right here? We're gonna follow the way it looks. Carefully.
Put it in there.
Put it in there like that. There it goes. We're gonna let it go all the way up to the top line. And we're gonna do the same with the rest of the colors. Since it's there, I'm gonna now take it off. I plugged in the power cord and connected it to the outlet. Now we get started by pressing the power button and following the instructions on the screen. Select your language. We're done removing protective parts. Chose the date format. I put today's date. Chose the 12-hour format and put my current time. After this, it's going to tell you to fill the ink tank with the inks, but we already did that. Finally, we press start so that the printer can start charging the ink, which says will take about 75 minutes long, but it actually doesn't take that long. It takes about 30 minutes or so. Now we go to paper settings and choose roll paper. It tells us to open the cut sheet cover and the roll paper cover. Like that. And then I take out the paper roll pole. I chose to use the taller roll paper, and I clicked on the guide so that I could see step by step how to actually put the roll paper on the pole. Here, I don't think it shows, but it tells you to push it all the way in to the very edge. And then when you put this back, you also have to make sure you push it all the way in like that so that it's snug. Oopsie. So back on the right and on the right. Here it tells you to insert the edge of the paper into the slot until you hear a beep. And then here it tells us to close both of the covers. There you go. It shows on the screen that I'm using a general purpose textile paper. Here it starts to set up the paper, and it starts to take the paper out and then bring it back in. Next, we're gonna go online to epson.com/support/F570. You choose the system that you're using so you can start downloading the software. Download the drivers, extend utilities, download that, extend the firmware, and download that as well. And it's gonna download into your computer. Then I went to my downloads to make sure I downloaded all of them. I went one by one to open them. This one I double clicked, and then I got a pop-up with a message. I just simply read through it and followed instructions, and gave it permission to install, and did the same thing with the rest of the downloads. This next one is the software license agreement. So I also accepted and continued to install. Actually, downloading the software was pretty fast. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. Okay, so for the next part, we're going to connect our network. Here on Select Your Connection, I chose wireless connection. Then it says select setup option, and I chose setup printer for the first time. For the Wi-Fi auto connect option, I chose yes, recommended. Here I selected my Wi-Fi. This pop-up tells me to go to home settings, click the top right, and click the router.
Startup. Others. Wi-Fi auto.
Awesome. Run the software on the computer, then start setup. Oh, Jesus.
Click continue below to proceed, yeah. So click continue first, and then there. So now you're gonna press that button.
Okay.
Click continue within 2 minutes.
Within those 2 minutes, it starts to connect. It asks me for permission to accept the Wi-Fi to connect to the printer. And right after this, guys, it gives you the chance to register your printer. And I recommend that you do so because you never know, you could forget to do this step. This next step is the last and final step. Settings, maintenance, print quality adjustment. Start. It prints lines and patterns on the paper that I have to look at to answer the questions on the screen. Look at the printed pattern, select the number of the pattern with the fewest lines, and touch the adjustment number 2. On the second one, it would be 0. It would be 0. The straightest line, okay? 3, the straightest line would be 0. The straightest line. Wanted to double check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I have to print the second page. And with that, the printer setup is finally complete, guys. I honestly found the setup process to be easy. There were easy to follow instructions on the printer screen. I also used the guides that came with the printer to follow along, but I also watched YouTube videos just to be extra careful and extra safe. I'm super excited to do my first sublimation project next. I honestly am dying to do a tumbler, so maybe we'll do that. And I am going to be using the Signature Series 7-in-1 mug press. I'm excited to use that mug press also for the first time. Turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out when I upload that video. If you found this video helpful in any way, guys, please like this video. I'll leave all my social media accounts in the description box as well. Please subscribe if you haven't already.
Subscribe, because I have my eye on your fingers. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for your love and support, guys. Did you do it? Oh,
Yeah.
no wonder. I'm going to be filming myself, so if you're interested, what was I saying? Thank you so much.